All right, am I on?
As long as you can see. Now you got to aim at Dion and shoot his antenna before he shoots yours.
I get some fucking shit.
Oh, there's a switch on the gun.
I think it might be dead.
Is yours plugged in, D?
I don't know what this plugs into.
Yeah, you're fucking dead.
Does this plug into something?
Boom.
Yeah, to the back of the scope. Where's the scope? Oh, you don't have your thing on there.
Is there something else in this chair?
Nah, there's something missing from yours.
Dang, dude.
That sucks.
Fuck you.
Yeah, see how he has
like
that
a little
laser
on
Break
there.
yourself, boo.
And when he shoots that, it closes the eyes on your shit. So like when you get killed, it'll close your eyes on you, and then it'll open them back up.
That's sick.
Shoot yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you can shoot yourself though.
No friendly fire. That sucks.
I wonder where it's at.
That's sick though. I like that. That's a cool little concept.
So this is made by John's son, Angel, who is gonna be recruited by the CIA.
He just don't know it yet.
Maybe not the CIA, but there's gonna be a secret program that's gonna recruit him to work on alien spacecraft, and he's gonna get us all the intel.
So he is a denier of everything that I say now. Like his understanding of science and all the stuff that he can. I told him I got to bring him on again one day because he can refute every conspiracy theory that we have.
Like what?
Everything.
Okay, pick one.
You pick one.
He didn't Epstein files.
Yeah. Well, no, that's different. That's not a conspiracy theory.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. But like the space stuff, the moon, the astronauts, the moon landing in the 50s, like the way science works, all the stuff people post about.
So like, the moon landing in the 60s.
Yeah.
How about that one?
He has every breakdown of the science.
Went.
Yeah. And he says he's pretty certain and he can prove it.
How?
Just with the way he explains things and the stuff that he says.
That's not.
No, trust me, bro. This I've never seen.
Did you flip?
No, I didn't flip, but I can't debate him. But here's the thing. I mean, this is my son, bro. I've never seen him reading books, studying this stuff, researching it. Like he just barely got to college this year.
It sounds like he wants a job at NASA.
Bro, the information that he knows, like thoroughly understands and knows, like scientific breakdown of everything, like the words that he understands, the technical concept of the way everything works. I don't know how he just knows this stuff, but he doesn't. I've asked him and he's like, well, I like to research this stuff. I'm like, yeah, but how, bro? Like it's not like you've been doing this your whole life. He's like, I don't know. I guess I just started recently doing it. I'm like, no, I think you just don't realize that you just know these things, bro.
So
like, it's really weird.
He believes that we went to the moon in the 60s. Surely he would believe in alien spacecraft.
He does believe that there's some kind of technology that exists that's beyond our understanding, but he believes that we came up with it. Like he does think that there's something else that may exist, but he doesn't think that we've encountered it yet.
Like you just got to get him on the pod, honestly.
Yeah, it's intriguing, bro.
Earlier civilizations.
Yeah. He does believe that we are an evolved civilization, not a devolved civilization, too. So...
What do you guys think about the moon landing, like the Artemis 2 or not?
So I've been questioning. Me and Angel watched the whole thing like together. Like we weren't in the same room, but like we were talking back and forth while we were watching it. And I'm sending him stuff every day, like questioning it, bro. I'll give you some examples. Here, I got some examples. I'll do that. Hold on. Welcome back to another episode of Ill Eagle Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I'm your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts, Dion, Two Cup Larry, and Cody, Big Meat Mauk. And we're right in the middle of something.
We just got that was a perfect intro.
Yeah. So check this out.
It was. It's like you don't even need to edit anything right there.
So I send him stuff every day, my son that we're talking about, but... about like all the different conspiracies around
So first off, John, he's very smart.
Supremely intelligent.
He's a freshman at Concordia for engineering. He's already got a bunch of companies coming after him for internships, one including NASA. But he's super interested in space. So we've had him on the pod before. Very, very intelligent kid.
Yeah.
He's just gotten that much more intelligent and crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't know that we had landed on the moon multiple times.
This is the first time we've ever orbited the moon and the furthest into space we've ever been.
When I look it up, it says that we've landed on the moon like 8 times.
No, that's not true.
That's literally what it says. It says
Not a human being.
I don't know about human being, but we landed a spacecraft on the moon with people in it.
No.
Let me look.
So I'll give you like we'll start light here. So one of the examples was I sent him a thing that said, remember April Fool's Day in 2015 when CERN said they accidentally destroyed our old universe and trapped us inside a parallel reality? And Angel said, bruh, CERN can't make black holes and they don't open portals or change anything. The Large Hadron Collider is a machine that helps us study the way certain subatomic particles work. They do manage to create antimatter though, and that's pretty cool.
Also,
I like that he said, bruh.
Their scientists do worship the devil, so I'm just going to throw that out there.
See that when I tell him that stuff, he's like, you gotta show me facts, like prove it to me. Other than just like your conspiracies, like where's the evidence that they worship Satan?
I think there's pictures out there.
And I always talk to him about the coincidences, right? Like I showed him like the Space Force logo. Mm-hmm. If you turn it upside down, bro,
that's weird.
It's a ball. You know what I mean? He's like, that's just a coincidence. I'm like, okay, but how many do they get to have, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that like NASA, they say is Satan backwards. And everyone's like, yeah, but there's no T in NASA. And they say, yeah, but that's why they say T- in the countdown. I'm like, whoa, so I told that to him. He's just like, that's reaching. I'm like, all right, cool. But he's got a response for everything, bro. It's really hard to come at him.
It says we landed on the moon a total of 6 times, all of which were NASA Apollo missions, and 12 human, I'm pretty sure all men, have walked the moon.
See, I don't know if I believe that. So
wasn't it? Well, how many went with like Buzz Aldrin?
It was only 2 people got out for that. That was the second one or the first? That was the first one. Only those 2 got out.
Yeah.
So Apollo 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17, they all landed on the moon is what it says.
Or here's like another quick one. So I sent him a picture that they posted. You guys can see this, where someone posted halfway to the moon image and then moon from Earth image, and the halfway to the moon in space was really distant, and then the moon from Earth is like super big and close to us.
Yeah.
And people were like saying, make it make sense. So I sent that to Angel, and he says, I got you. See, the atmosphere acts like a telescope lens, making the moon appear bigger from Earth. More proof of the Earth is a globe, by the way, as only a global atmosphere could create a telescopic effect on all parts of Earth.
He's like a ChatGPT.
Yes, and it's just this kid's 19 years old, bro, and has just been into video games pretty much his whole life until he got into college. I've never witnessed him reading. I've never bought him a science book or a space book or studying none of this stuff. He just knows these things, bro.
Yeah.
And now he's doing engineering. His first year in college engineering. He's getting scholarships from NASA. He's getting an internship to study, do drone research and space research and all this other stuff. He's going to Washington in October for some shit. He's doing a project here during the summer with Concordia. That's like a paid internship to do some
that one in
tech stuff, robotics and everything, bro. Like it's just in him. It's the strangest thing ever.
That one in DC, how long has he been gone?
I think just for the month of October.
The whole month?
Yeah.
That's sick.
You don't know any details?
He told me, but I just don't. His science language is out of my league, man.
I'd be interested to see what he's going to be doing because I know that area pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, this stuff. But as a first-year engineering student, just the opportunities he's landing.
2 then.
Yeah. I mean, it seems legit. You know what I mean? Like, I watched it, and it seems corny. You know what I mean? The stuff that they're doing. I questioned him about, like, why does, like, for example, the imaging that they show us, it looks like really fake. And he says, that's how you know it's real, though, because AI would make it do a better job at making it look like it's not fake.
Yeah.
He's like, and he said something about the atmosphere or the magnetic pool of some sort and how it affects like the footage, the cameras and everything is why it looks so artificial, because that's what space does to things. I questioned how they were going to go around the moon and back in 10 days, going 25,000 miles an hour, traveling 240 plus thousand miles, and how it doesn't affect them whatsoever. And he explained, the pressure, and all stuff that's out of my league, bro. I can't even like reiterate what he said, but it's just like, he just knows these things, man. And I couldn't I wanted to like get him on a debate and like kind of be argumentative with him, but he would just like say things where I'm like, there's nothing I could do, bro. It was just crazy. So yeah.
Well, somebody made a post about the SR-72, 71, the Blackbird that can go Mach. It was the one in Top Gun 2, where you got up to like Mach 9 or Mach 10.
That's insane.
But they compared it to the space shuttle, and they're like, how is this able to do this, but this one is able to do 3 times as much?
Yeah.
Right. But and then they made it look like the space shuttle was like really small compared to the SR-71. It's not.
Yeah, no.
there's a I think it's a decommissioned space shuttle out in Dulles Museum in DC. It's fucking huge.
Is it just the return capsule or the whole
No,
thing?
no, the whole thing. It's huge. And so those things have 3 separate rockets on the back, and it's fucking massive compared to the SR-71. There's no comparison.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big fucking rocket.
Yeah, I mean, and it separates into multiple pieces. Like,
right.
It makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just so hard to believe.
I think it is
it's
hard
so
to
weird.
believe just because of all like these past 6 years of all the shit that they try to pull with over our eyes.
Yeah.
So basically, we just won't believe anything.
But they make it look like it's so simple to do after not doing it for 50 years. They're just like, no big deal. We're going to go further than we've ever gone into space and back real quick. We're going to travel around the moon. Oh, but we have already pre-planned that we're going to lose connection with them as they go around the backside of the moon and blah. Like, it's just the things that we know and understand and that are just so easy to do versus the things that they act like are complicated to do that would be for the greater good of us are impossible to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've been saying for 50 years we lost the technology to go to the moon. Now all of a sudden we're like, we're not only are we going to go to the moon now because fuck it, why not? But we're going to break records. We're going to go further than we've ever gone into space. We're just going to send 4 random people up there to just fucking nail this real quick and come back. Like, and it's going to be fine. Nobody's concerned or worried. It's just weird, bro. It's just like,
how I know, or I shouldn't say no, how I figure that it is legit is because don't they have a guy from a different country on there, right? Canada, right?
yeah.
But we share that space station, the ISS, with China and Russia, I believe. So, and that's manned 24/7. So they got people.
Yeah, but
up
we
there
also have a
floating
treaty with all those people in Antarctica that no one wants to talk about.
That's true.
So like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Not from the conspiracy theory world that I'm in, bro. Like that
So you
doesn't
think that they're in cahoots?
Yeah, why wouldn't they be? They're in other areas, bro. You know what I mean? Like they do this all the time, man. They're at war fighting with each other right now, bro. Like in all kinds of different avenues, but yet, they'll get together and talk and travel to each other's countries and jump on the phone and shake hands and do all this weird shit. We'll give money to them while we're bombing them and shit. Do you
believe that they launched, but there was nobody inside?
I don't know, man. I guess it's hard to say that I believe because I don't really have the knowledge or the proof or evidence. But I have a hard time understanding because when you see them launch, bro, they don't go straight up. They always go at what seems to be an angle, and then they curve this
curvature
way.
of the Earth.
Yeah, okay. So they go outside the side of it.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's the path of least resistance.
Yeah,
that is kind of the path of least resistance.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird, bro.
It burns more fuel going up that way.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it all. I get it. I just don't know what to believe. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying that it's a lie. It's just weird, man.
But I mean, like when you get like the people that are questioning it, posting videos about the fucking the gondola, saying that they escaped, they escaped when it was going up. No, that was for the astronauts
Yeah.
in case there was an emergency and they needed to. fucking
Right. Yeah, I've
jump
seen
out.
that. Everyone thought they
You know what I
jumped,
mean?
they
Yeah.
bailed out real quick, and
Yeah.
now they're just pretending to be up
Right.
there. Yeah.
It was a green screen.
Which
Yeah.
what would be the point in that though? Then they still sent the rocket out there.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
because
where all the money
it's
is.
another what do they call it? Space race that we're in right now.
What?
Like
I
we
mean,
were in the 50s, you know what I mean? It's literally like a race right now. Everyone's competing to get back out there again for whatever reason to do something. But I don't know. It's weird.
We win again.
But that
I will say
that would
there
make
was
sense though, because the rocket would eventually come back to Earth. It's not going to just sit there and float around.
That's what I was.
you would think.
It'll make its way back. It would have to.
How? How does it know to with all the other planets that are out there?
Well, I mean, you think it just shot up and just kept going?
I don't know. Is it a boomerang or
No, the Earth's curvature would bring it back.
as even if we go around the moon?
No, it would have to get out of the Earth's atmosphere. Is what you're
Yeah.
saying,
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I don't know for certain.
until it burns up.
I don't know. I don't understand how any of it works unless it's just all being fake.
Well,
It hits the firmament.
But that's why I
and
like
no,
talking
but-
to Angel about it because he really
has some
knows
ideas.
this
Dude,
shit, bro.
we have fucking, there's like thousands of satellites that are floating around out there.
Mhm.
Eventually those are going to come back in. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if a space shuttle did launch out there, it would have to fucking just keep going.
Yeah. How do they avoid hitting all the space junk?
I don't know.
How do they know what's in the way?
Right.
That is odd.
Well,
How are we so certain that we can do these things without, like, if it's that vast, bro, and we're just confident as fuck to be
No,
like,
guys, we have a fucking giant telescope that can see millions of fucking light years away.
yeah.
You can't tell me that they can't track outside of our atmosphere.
Dude, there's a firmament and it's all a lie. Get out of here.
Or another
That's
one
the
that
easiest
like
thing to
there's
understand.
another one too, like where I asked him about how like we can microscopically hone in on the moon's craters,
Yep.
but in reverse we can't do that to Earth from space. Why is that?
Well,
Why is
because isn't it like, like looking in the ocean, you mean?
Sure, why not?
What do you mean?
What did you say again?
He said you can't use a telescope from the moon to see like details of the Earth like that.
Because we don't have one out there.
We can, yeah. maybe that's all.
We can use a Nikon camera to see the craters in the moon, but
growing up, my buddy's dad had a fucking huge telescope.
I used to
I've
have
seen
one
the
too.
craters of
I
the
know
moon.
that's
He's
what I'm
saying you
telling
could
you.
do it from
Well,
Earth,
why
but not
can't
from
why
the
can't
moon.
we do that with the technology that we have in outer space?
We don't have any telescopes up there.
or here, why don't we take one?
Well, that's what their
Why don't we
plan-
use our cameras?
But that's what their plan is to have a moon base.
That's what I thought was weird is like the details on the moon were so lax. Like there was no detail. There was like you couldn't even see a crater in there.
Well, maybe they're what? Well,
Here's another one too that I
but it'd have
asked
to be so
Angel,
far
bro.
away, maybe.
So I asked Angel. I said, "Look, I was watching the shit live when they went out there, and it's really weird because whenever they did show them, because they didn't show them all the time, right? But when they did, they were just all kind of sitting there. They're like." Just doing this shit, bro. Like, just so weird and
maybe
random.
that part was staged. Like,
But it was every
guys,
time, right? And
It's like,
and,
guys,
and
you
so
gotta
then I was
make
like,
yourself-
look, this is fucking weird. I said, but also you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars in technology that we go out there with, right?
Yeah.
Like the shuttle they're in alone, the rocket that are in alone is so high tech, like way beyond our understanding. Yet they're changing batteries in a fucking $300 GoPro camera to film the shit that's going on in and around them. And I'm like, why don't we have like better camera tech out there? Why would we send them up there with these that we know for a fact because we used to record this show with? Those bitches die in 3 hours, bro.
Yeah.
And they're gonna send a fucking multi-$100 billion fucking rocket up to space with GoPro cameras on it. So these guys have something to do while they're up there. I thought it was super weird. He didn't really explain the camera thing. He's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm just saying, why wouldn't they have better camera technology up there where we can really capture things that are going on and they don't lose footage and all this stuff? But he said, as far as like the wiring, like the playing with shit and pretending to work, he's like, they do like trial scenarios. So like they send them out into space and then they test their ability to fix and repair things if something were ever to happen. So they run like mock scenarios where they'll disconnect things, rewire things, make things not work, and then see how they can repair them in space again and stuff like that. So he's like, that's kind of what they're doing when they're pulling on wires and just grabbing random things and playing with shit for the camera. He's like, they're just showing them that that's part of what their job is out there, is to kind of mock scenario, worst case situations out there, and then see how they would fare if they had to repair it on their own.
Just so we know that they're not goofing around and just going for a ride.
Sure, right?
I get that.
But I mean,
I'd still be okay with that if they're going all the way around.
I don't think I'd rather do it myself and get paid for it. That'd be cool.
I think it's pretty cool if they are, like, that's the first time anybody's ever been into the dark side of the moon.
Would you go?
Fuck no.
Be the first?
No.
I don't think I could do it. I would do it, honestly.
Space terrifies me more than open ocean.
If I wasn't married, I'd go.
I honestly think
if I wasn't married, I'd go.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's so terrifying.
It is.
Should we call Angel and ask him some questions?
You think it'll sound good enough?
Yeah, it'll come in through here.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's challenge him real quick.
Okay.
Let's see what we could do. I don't think we've ever done this before. This should be interesting. As long as he answers, anyway. He was at the gym.
I was going to say, I feel like the only thing that I would regret is like the feeling afterwards when you get home. I feel like that's got to not feel good.
Why?
Because they say that you're like all messed up in your body, your head is all like.
Don't you age faster too? Like while you're out there, or some shit like that.
That is what they say.
That lady astronaut aged fucking 20 years. Like,
yeah,
see her?
I didn't.
I got stuck out there.
How long was she stuck out there?
6 months.
That was like recently.
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that.
And Elon had went and got him.
That's right.
They were stuck on the space station.
She supposedly
that was like over Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah. She definitely aged.
Maybe it's a different person though.
Could be.
But they say you get like a headache and your blood flows, like you get swollen,
That's weird. It's like, so our bodies are naturally adjusted to gravity?
Yeah. And pressure, obviously. The pressure of no pressure and then pressure again.
Don't you think that you wouldn't age, though? Like, I would feel like with gravity,
yeah, you should be aging more
down.
But maybe your body just doesn't.
Right,
well, the thing is like in the movies, in space movies, they have to like work out while they're in space in order to keep their muscle mass. So that would make sense.
But yeah, I guess.
Angel,
what's up?
Oh man, so it's coming through these things right now, but that's okay. We can kind of hear them. We have questions for you, dude. We're on the podcast right now.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Are you busy?
No, I'm just in the sauna right now.
You're what?
I'm in the sauna right now. Yeah.
Oh, the sauna. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Is that better?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. What's up?
So we're just talking space talk right now, and we wanted to pick your brain a little bit and get some more clarification on stuff.
Oh shoot. Okay. 1 second. Let me just put my AirPods away. I got you.
Okay. What was the question you were just asking, Cody, that we want to
The
ask?
telescope thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh yeah. So I asked you this question already, if you remember, Angel, about the telescope situation as to why we can see like the craters of the moon from where we're at. You hung up on me.
Son of a bitch.
How convenient, right?
That's NASA. That's cut him off.
Yeah,
cut him off.
Yeah. Hey, NASA cut you off, bro, I think.
I know they're trying to censor us. No.
So remember the question I asked you about how we can see the moon from Earth through like a Nikon camera, but we can't see Earth in the same way from space. Why is that?
You mean like in terms of quality, or
Yeah, quality and depth. Like we can hone in, to the moon's craters, but we can't like look at people from space for some reason.
So, I remember God, there was this one like scientist, PhD guy. I can't remember his name, but he explained it really well. So, basically, with the cameras we have, we can actually zoom in onto Earth and like see accurately. I think like have it be like so 1 pixel is like 40 meters or something like that. So we can zoom in like really, really well, but it's still not good enough to see somebody in like clear detail. And then the other thing that comes with that is because the Earth is a globe, regardless of what people say, the Earth is a globe. So when you look at it with a telescope, you're looking down on people, right? So even if you could get like perfectly good vision of somebody, you'd be seeing them from their head, from like the top of their head. And then even if you tried to go for like the edge of the globe or something like that, at that point, you're looking at a target that's much further from Earth because, it's a globe. So
Hey, Angel.
as it
So,
angles down and you look at somebody clearly, it's just like you can't get good picture like that.
hey, Angel.
Yeah, what's up?
So if I'm standing on the moon and I look for somebody on the bottom of the Earth, are they going to be upside down?
If you could get a good enough camera so you could see them like that, yeah, they would be upside down.
That's fucking trippy. That's trippy.
I know, right? It's super weird.
That don't make no sense. So what keeps people from? Is it just gravity?
Yeah, it's just gravity. So that's another thing that a lot of people seem to misunderstand, right? Because we're here on Earth and Earth is so big and all we have for a reference point is what we've experienced, right? We know that when you drop something, it goes down, right?
Yeah.
But that's only because down for us is the direction gravity pulls, right? Gravity really only pulls towards the center of mass of something, anything really. Everything has gravity, but in this case, it's a planet. So it doesn't pull downwards, it pulls towards the center of gravity. The center of gravity being the middle of our planet. So regardless of where you are on the planet, it's always going to pull towards the center. When on the planet, that feels like down.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's why, like, another argument I see a lot is like, oh, well, water always goes to the lowest pressure point or whatever, and it always, settles down there at an equal level. Well, it does do that on Earth. It's just on such a massive scale like that, the lowest point is being pulled by gravity, in this case, surrounding the globe.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be impossible for us in the globe to actually be in water if like conspiracies say that space is actually just water on the outside of Earth.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Because I mean, space is so vast. Like, there is no directions in space. Everything is relative, right? So, relative to Earth, we have directions, north, east, south, west, all that. We have down and up and everything. But when you're just in space, you can orient yourself any way you want. Like, I could look at the Earth and then turn myself upside down, and I'm still looking at the Earth, but the Earth is upside down now only to me. To everyone else, it's still just Earth.
Trippy.
Wow, that's a trip.
Do you think that space is never ending?
I don't know. See, that's one thing that like as far as we've observed, I know like we haven't found an end of space because space is ever expanding. I mean, I can't imagine there's an end, because if there's an end, there has to be something bordering that, right? It's like, because space is like the absence of anything, right? So
That's creepy.
if a void has an end, that means there's something, But for there to be something, that means it's not really a void.
So it's continually building on itself.
I think so. I think it's something like the void goes on for infinity, but we can measure that infinity based on how far our universe goes. It's like as the universe expands, we see more nothing in the distance, but I don't think we could ever find an end to that nothing. I think eventually we'll just reach a point where we can't go any further due to the limitations of how far our universe goes,
Wasn't there a theory that our solar system is inside of a black hole or something like that?
I feel like there has been stuff. I've heard one recently where like there's this thing like people are talking about a lot right now called like primordial black holes. It's like a black hole that's existed since like really early on in the beginning of the universe. And one thing I've heard is there might be a primordial black hole at like the center of our sun. And primordial black holes are like so tiny, you like can't detect them at all. So it's like if there was one there, we'd never really know about it. It's kind of just one of those like, oh, what if this is like that, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know for sure though. I mean,
So it's a conspiracy theory in your world.
yeah, I guess so. It's like, but one of those conspiracy theories where it's like it doesn't really matter because it's like, you know, if it's true, it's like, well, that's crazy, but like nothing changes because, you know,
Same with these
it's not
ones.
like we could reach it. It has
Yeah.
no effect on us.
True. That's awesome. So in terms of the current moon trip that we just took around the moon, can you reiterate for me, because I know I asked you this before, but can you explain to me again how it is that we were able to travel to the moon at 25,000 plus miles per hour while, you know, we have guys down here that are flying in jets and stuff doing, you know, Mach 3 who, you know, are passing out, can barely breathe, suffocating, and yet they're going, what, like 2,000 miles an hour?
Yeah.
25?
Yeah.
And yet in a space shuttle, they're just floating around drinking water bubbles and pulling on wires while they're doing 25,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. So, when it comes to all that stuff, right? And this is actually something I've been like working with a lot in my physics class because we're in like our Newtonian motion and stuff like that unit. But basically, the big thing that you got to understand is G-force and all that, like all the force, like any movement you feel, like even when you're in a car, right?
Yeah.
When you speed up, you can feel yourself being pushed to the seat a little bit, and then when you press on the brake, you can feel yourself kind of moving forward a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It all has to do with acceleration. So the only feeling or movements that are caused on your body when like in a vehicle like that is the acceleration, because as the vehicle accelerates, it takes you a little bit to get with the program and start accelerating yourself. So that's what creates like that pressure difference when like feeling against the seat or something like that. Same with G-force.
So that's like
When
inertia.
Yeah, like inertia. That's exactly what it is. So
Okay.
with that, or I guess it technically be inertia, momentum, something like that. I can't remember the terms, but yeah, that's what that is. So in something like a jet, the big experience of G-force they get is when they're flying at really high speeds and they begin to turn, and that turning is an acceleration in a direction parallel to where they're currently traveling, and that forces a whole lot of force onto their body opposite whatever direction they're traveling. So if they're like moving upwards, like they're pushing themselves up, then they're going to feel a lot of G-force downwards, pulling their blood in their body, and that's what kind of makes people pass out, is their blood gets away from their brain, pulls down in their, you know, lower extremities, their legs, their lower abdomen and stuff like that. And that's what the G-force is, and that's why people pass out from it. In rockets, and I'm not like fully sure on this is just kind of like how I rationalize it, because I guess I haven't really looked into it, but when people are seated in rockets, they're seated in a way that they're basically laying down, right? So if they look straight forward, they're looking upwards towards where the rocket needs to go. So when they start flying, because obviously a rocket has much higher acceleration than like a jet engine does, they're going to be pushed backwards, and the blood that normally would pull in their legs and cause them to pass out, it pools more just at the back of their body. So it still has access to their brain, and I guess theoretically, as far as I understand, they should be able to get more oxygen to their brain than somebody in a jet engine. And then plus extra training and stuff like that, they're most likely able to resist higher G-forces than normal. But that's just for like...
But tens of thousands more?
I mean, yeah, I think, but that's the big thing though, right? The acceleration is really bad when they're first lifting off and they're first leaving the planet. But from that point on, they use incremental boosts that slowly increase their speed more and more up in space.
And then they get
Because
outside
once
of
they're
that.
up in space, there's no air drag or anything like that to like slow them down. So once they start accelerating, they basically stay at the same acceleration the whole way through. So you know, it's like in a car, if you stop pressing on the gas, you're going to slow down. Well, in space, if you stop pressing on the gas, you're going to keep going the same exact speed pretty much the whole time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's why they can kind of get away with, like, you know, pushing themselves to much higher speeds without actually experiencing too many negative effects from it, because it's only the acceleration that screws them up. And in space, you know, you can accelerate a little bit and still increase your velocity by a whole lot.
Interesting. Awesome. Yeah, we got on the topics because I was showing them your laser guns that you made.
Oh,
Yeah, I brought them in. We're missing one of the lasers on one of the guns, though. It must have got lost somewhere.
I stole it for the drone project. We needed a power. We needed a power bank for our sensor suite, so I needed to steal that.
Oh, I'm gonna need that back though because these are mine now.
Okay, I got you. It's in my car.
Nice. Anything else we want to ask him before we let him go, guys?
Oh, it's good. Come on the podcast.
I was just showing you off. We're gonna have to bring you on the pod and have some discussion soon, man.
Dude, I'd love to. Ever since like last time, I mean, I've learned a whole lot more. So I'd love to talk more stuff with you guys.
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna have a conspiracy theory debate with you and see how much you can debunk.
That'd be awesome.
All right, dude. All right, man. I'll let you finish your work. I love you, bud.
Work. Love you too. Peace.
All right, so I'll read you this. I asked this in Grok. How fast did Artemis 2 get up to on takeoff? So they broke it down by T plus whatever seconds. T plus 9 seconds. Clears the launch tower and starts its roll pitch maneuver, still very low speed, on the order of tens of miles an hour. T plus 56 seconds. Because you guys know when it's taken off, it goes pretty slow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did they start the countdown before they launched at, though?
33.
T minus 33 seconds? Yeah, that's right.
T plus 56 seconds reaches supersonic speed at Mach 1, 767 miles per hour. T plus 10 seconds passes through maximum dynamic pressure, where aerodynamic stress peaks. The vehicle throttles down briefly for safety. Speed is still building, but subsonic to low supersonic. T plus 4 seconds is over 3,000 miles per hour at an altitude of around 29 miles.
Wow.
Shortly after booster separation, speed continues climbing. Reference note it reaching over 3,000 miles an hour as it pushes through the thinner atmosphere. The core stage of engines then carry the vehicle higher and faster, reaching low Earth orbit, insertion speeds of approximately 17,500 miles an hour. Roughly 8 minutes after liftoff at an altitude of around 100 nautical miles.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's hard to even fathom, and maybe that's why we have a hard time believing it is because it's just so unrealistically insane to think that in the 50s we had this technology.
Yeah.
Like, bro, look at the kind of airplanes we were flying in the 50s, the fighter planes that they had in the 50s.
Well, it was the 60s when we went to the moon.
Okay, the 60s still.
But if you believe that the spacecraft that crashed, Roswell, that was in the 40s. So if you believe that happened in the 40s and they were able to tinker around and figure that out,
right,
that technology.
But wouldn't that mean then that Russia and whoever else was in that space race with us had the same technology somehow? That they had an alien craft too?
We don't know when they got theirs.
Right.
If you believe that when we went to World War II, they found some sort of a bell in Germany. So it's possible that the Germans were working on something. From what I understand, we were working with the Russians for a while, but then we figured something out and we stopped communicating with them. I think that was in basically the 80s, though.
Sleazy, dude.
That was
it's America for you.
Yeah.
that was Bob Lazar on Joe Rogan, I think.
Yeah.
Said that. So we figured something out, and
I don't trust that guy.
why?
He lied to me. He told me aliens were coming, and I haven't seen any. No proof.
Not Bob Lazar. That's fucking
Greer.
Stephen Greer.
Stephen Greer.
Bob Lazar is the guy that worked on the base, the Sector 7 or whatever it's called.
Okay, I take it back.
Los Alamos S7 or I can't remember. But yeah, he was telling he said that they were communicating with the Russians trying to figure shit out about this craft because they had one too.
Yeah.
And then they must have figured something out because they stopped talking to the Russians.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of business dealings go with people in business. Someone gets the upper hand and drops the other guy and runs with all the money.
Yep. Yep.
Welcome to America.
Yeah. No, that's pretty crazy though. To think that they might have cracked the code back in the 80s.
Yeah.
About this whatever they found. This sports model alien craft.
Yeah.
So
It is kind of crazy. But so you didn't know that there was 6 other moon landings, right?
no.
Okay.
I thought that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first and
ones.
last
Yeah.
ones. That was my understanding.
That's not what Google told me because that's what I thought too. I was like, huh.
I don't think we
wonder-
put people on the moon.
This says 12 people total have walked the moon.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't think
Somebody
so.
correct me somewhere. but
Where did
that's-
you look it up?
This is just on Google, so like
All
their
right.
AI.
Let's put it on Grok and see what Grok says. What did you ask? How many people have walked on the
How
moon?
many times have human beings landed on the moon?
Landed on the moon. How many times have humans landed on the moon? Humans have landed on the moon 6 times, all during NASA's Apollo program between 69 and 72.
So it just wasn't a big deal after the
Neil
first time.
Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, the first humans on the moon. Pete Conrad and Alan Bean were after them. Apollo 14.
What year was that?
69. November 69. So Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were July of 69. The next ones were November of 1969. And
A few
then
months later.
71, January of 71, another 2. Why is it always 2 people? That's kind of weird, right?
But I don't think the ships only had 2 people on them, though. That's the thing. I think
Right,
only
but
2
why
people
are they
came
only
out.
listing these 2 people?
Because they were the ones that actually stepped foot on the moon.
Not everybody's going to get out and fucking walk on the moon.
That's not, in the first one. There was more than 2 people. Buzz Aldrin and
See,
Neil-
that's suspect to me.
that's how it works.
Suspect.
That's what it
That's
says.
suspect.
Why do you think they always get mad and question whether they were whether they landed on the moon or not when people ask them to swear in the Bible?
I've never seen that.
Oh, there's tons of video footage of them going up to all these guys and asking them to swear on the Bible that they land on the moon. They get pissed, bro. And they walk away mad, or they tell them to get the fuck out of here. They try to
Just
attack them.
imagine like the one thing that you've done in your life that's like history books memory, right? And everyone's like, but was it real?
So why have we not gone back from? So it says the last person to leave the lunar surface was Gene Cernan on December 14th, 1972.
See, isn't that weird?
As of 2026, only 4 moonwalkers remain alive. Buzz Aldrin, David Scott, Charles Duke, and Harrison Schmitt.
And isn't Buzz Aldrin the one that's always telling people they didn't really
Crazy
land?
bastard.
Yeah, he's always like, we didn't go to
He's
the
the one
moon.
that fucking sucker punched that guy. I was talking shit. Oh, I don't know, man. That's pretty sus.
Did one
man.
of the Apollo missions blow up or no?
Yeah, there was.
It was an Apollo mission or was it just a Challenger?
Well, it said that there was a fuel oxygen tank explosion.
I just think it didn't land though. I don't think.
Apollo 13. Apollo. Oh, wasn't that a movie? I think it was a movie.
It was, yeah.
Tom Hanks.
But I don't think it didn't.
It was based on a true story, though.
They
Oh, it was?
survived. Why did they start at 11?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not well versed in that, but I was
I had
seriously
no
shocked.
idea.
Yeah, I was so shocked. I was
I
like
gotta
6
pee.
times, huh? But
You guys got to carry it.
carry it on.
So let me see if I can find this. There's another video. of the people, I want to say it was Apollo 13, even if I'm not mistaken, who supposedly died, who everyone, they found them living still, supposedly. And I think that's really weird because
They like some of them even have the same names.
they all have the same names.
Yeah.
And they look identical.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all working in similar fields that they would have with the knowledge that they had.
And then people are going up to them and asking them, "Are you trying to find it?" I think you must have sent it to us.
I feel like I saved it somewhere too, intentionally though, to go over it. But let's see. It's crazy. All right.
What do we got? Oh,
Let's jump into something else here.
talking about Melania or what?
Yeah, let's do that. You know, strangely enough though, it looks like they've
Scrubbed it from the internet.
well, not scrubbed it. The inability to cast this now is no longer here. It says it's only available for specific video sites now.
What?
Yeah, it won't let me cast.
That's weird.
It's never said that before.
Well, we can just talk about it, I guess.
I could play it still, and we can hear it at least. Let's try that and see how that goes to start with.
I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998. This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings. Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now. Be cautious about what you believe. These images and stories are completely false. I never been friends.
Calculating, she meant circulating, I think. But fake images circulating for years would mean we've had AI technology for years. Strange. Anyway, weird that she decides to all of a sudden, when they've already pretty much swept this under the rug, now she wants to come out and say, oh, by the way, this old story I'm going to make new again because I need to defend myself. The buzz is Trump didn't know she was doing this. He had no idea about it. And people are saying, you know, in the conspiracy world, oh, something big is coming. That's what this is the result of. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand why this means something big is coming. But I also don't understand what the hell she would need to go and do that for.
Yeah. It is very odd timing. Like
very odd.
Weird. And for her to make a press conference about it?
Yeah.
Rather than just like put a...
But also for Trump not to be in the know.
Yeah.
Like all this makes me think in my conspiracy brain in the realms that we're in all the time is like because Trump didn't know about it, you know what I mean? Is that there's people like we've speculated within the White House that are just running these two head to the wall. I mean, they're just running amok of them. They're convincing them to do things that don't make sense. They're giving them bad intel, bad information, and staging them to do all kinds of dumb shit they don't need to be doing. And it's really weird. But this was out of left field and seems extremely unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is some kind of weird motive behind why she's doing it and what's to come. But I can't imagine what. Just seems like their tactics to confuse us are running dry. Now they're just pulling shit out of their hat.
Yep.
Because it's strange. It seems completely pointless.
Yeah, the thing with Pam Bondi was interesting too. Is there another reason why she would have been taken off other than...
Didn't you see what just came out? She's no longer required to testify.
No, that's the only thing. That was the only one thing.
That's the only reason why they did that. I guarantee it.
That's funky.
Yeah, they removed her from her position. Now she's no longer obligated to testify in the Epstein files because they were subpoenaing her for it. Congress was or some shit, right? And now because she's no longer in that position, she's not obligated to.
I don't think she's going to get away scot-free. I think they're going to...
Bro, they all are getting away scot-free. She's the least of the concerns around the Epstein files. 100%. The people actually in the Epstein files are getting away with it.
Yeah, I know. But I just saw another post from one of the members saying that they're going to file contempt charges for not showing up to a subpoena.
Yeah. Whatever happened with
I mean, Steve Bannon went to prison for how long?
I don't know. You're talking the wrong
Year or
guy,
two?
dude.
For being in maybe
Contempt
it was a year?
of court?
In contempt of court.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Steve Bannon went to prison for that. So
did he really though?
I would assume so.
Yeah. That's all we can do.
You can't keep doing
I was
that.
never
Why though?
What are you gonna believe?
Nothing at this point. What can we believe, bro? The one thing that we thought we could believe in has been the worst case scenario now. That was Trump being pro-America and coming in to clean house and drain the swamp and put us back to the standard of American values. And he turned out to be the worst, bro.
See, and I said I would pay more for diesel fuel if we could be told the truth, and now I have to pay more for diesel fuel, and I still don't have the truth. So it's like,
you know, it made me think. Diesel fuel made me think of another conspiracy theory that Angel debunked for me. Was when I told him about like the hydrogen fuel, like cars that run off hydrogen and stuff, and why all these people keep dying and stuff like that. And he's like, I think that's just a coincidence. He's like, because he said we do have hydrogen powered vehicles and stuff already. He's like, the problem is to mass produce them would be dangerous.
Yeah.
Because he's like, the way that they're designed, if you were to get in some kind of an accident, it would explode and kill everybody in the accident. He's like, so they're highly dangerous to mass produce and actually make a standard vehicle out of. So that's the only reason why we don't have them. There's no real legit reason to like suicide all the people that are inventing these things. He's like, we have them. They've existed. We know how to make them, you know, and it has nothing to do with why these people are dying as far as he's concerned.
That guy, that first one who died was poisoned though.
Yeah.
Like they found that in his
But didn't they say too that it was him and someone else that had come up with it and they were fighting over it or some shit, and I don't know. They tried to speculate that maybe it had something to do with that.
They murdered him.
have you guys seen that
That's
Nature
where I
Jab
stand.
guy? We've talked about it on here before. Nature Jab. He's like a younger black kid that
Made the water.
Yeah. Yep.
he's making it making garbage.
Oh yeah.
Garbage fuel basically.
Yep.
And he's powered like 3 or 4 different cars already, and
Yep.
that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
See how long he lives.
That'd be like the Back to the Future fucking running off garbage.
That's pretty
Yeah.
sick. I mean, that
Yeah.
he's if it works, hey, I mean, get rid of some of this garbage and
Yeah, we're
run some
repurposing
fuel.
things now.
It'd be crazy.
That would be.
John, I dropped something in the chat there. If you guys want to go back to the alien topic real quick,
Yeah, let's do it.
since this was in the news more than once.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reopen this and see if it lets me. Yeah, aliens are coming back around in our government again. That topic, which is strange.
Yeah. Barack Obama first and then just spiraling from there.
Yep.
That Tim Burchett stuff too. He's telling Americans to get ready for aliens because they're real.
See,
Gonna
this is
keep you
just
up at night.
insane, dude. What's the point in believing in aliens though? Like, or even actively trying to like push people to be like, get ready for it. What do you want me to do, bro? What do you want me to get ready with?
You have to mentally prepare yourself
And
to know that you are not the only species on Earth
I'm okay.
of highly
I
intelligent.
think we already
life.
know that, though.
But there's nothing I can do. You know what they say, control what you can control. I can't control that. So
What
it's like,
happens if now, when it becomes mainstream that we know about them, they know that we know, and they make themselves present?
when they tell me that, hey, we got it on the radar, the aliens are on their way, get ready, then I'll get ready. But like, until then,
okay.
what are we doing?
Not until they get here will I get ready.
Yeah, what am I gonna do, dude? I gotta like make a bouquet of Reese's
We'll see.
or what? What do you want me to
Dion's
do?
gonna be shitting his pants when they tell us that they're coming.
They're doing that.
You're
They're
gonna
already
shit-
telling us.
you're
I'm
gonna
trying not to.
shit your pants.
You just gotta stay composed and control what you can control. That's the rules of life,
This
right
is a
there.
tough guy over
You
here.
gotta control what
This
you
is a
can
tough guy
control,
over here.
dude.
All right, let's see what this video is that you sent. It's not going to let me cast it, so I'll have to work that in. We can hear it, and then I'll input it in the edits.
For a number of decades, we have used the retrieved non-human bodies, biologicals are called, and created creatures that are part human, part not human, and very advanced biomedical research. And I've known about this since the 90s, and these have been used in covert operations, like the CIA document we have that admits they were using this sort of tech as well as the man-made UFOs to stage and hoax alien abductions and all manner of nonsense. The problem is it sounds like a science fiction movie, but it's been part of a larger multi-decade psychological warfare operation, partly run out of a division of the CIA and some out of other special operations and attached to the aerospace industry. The human subjects are ones who have been captured in distressed areas and used for human experimentation. It's similar to what one of our whistleblowers admitted to, last year. They would do it to try to create diversions and make people think that there's a threat from outer space when there isn't one, and also to confuse and cover up illegally run covert programs and say the aliens are doing it. And this is exactly what Werner von Braun, who invented the rocket for Adolf Hitler, warned us on his deathbed. And he said that there would be an attempt to hoax a threat from outer space and kind of throw the world into sort of a totalitarian global dystopia. For a number of decades, we have used.
See, and that's the guy I don't like.
So this is, we've heard this time and time again, though, too. This is one of those things that we hear, not just from him, but from, that guy that made the video that supposedly worked on this particular operation, what they called Project Bluebeam, who made a video whistleblowing on all this stuff was to come, and said he was head of that project back when he was with the CIA, and that their plan was to do this in 2024 and all this stuff like that. And people started speculating Project Bluebeam was either going to be the second coming of Christ or an alien invasion. The end goal in both case scenarios was one world government, totalitarian dystopia, like type shit. So
They'd be better off faking like God coming back than.
yeah, I don't know.
I just don't. It doesn't make
think so?
sense to me. I mean, it would.
I think it would be really hard to pull that one off.
It would. They'd have to hurt a lot of people for sure, because people would be very upset. I'm sure.
Well, see, so like at least the understanding I
There's
know.
nothing scarier than religious fanatics. though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the way that everyone understands this is like if you think of like the concept of being left behind is if we're all sitting here in a room together and you're saved and Christ wants to call you home before the rapture, you're going to disappear and your clothes are just going to be sitting there.
Yeah.
How are they going to pull that off to convince everyone that that's what's happening?
They're
Better off using their non-existent EMPs or DO weapons and blasting us all out and saying aliens did it, bro.
That is true. That is
So
true.
you got to get a blue roof on your car and on your houses now.
They don't have the technology to get through the blue yet.
They don't.
Good.
But we can go to the moon.
I think I'll go to the moon. I'll do whatever I gotta do, dude. If I'll see some aliens, I'll do whatever I gotta do.
Did you see the I think I shared that video with you guys that Elon, I never even knew he did this. He put a fucking Tesla in space.
I've heard people talk about it, but I didn't know it was like true.
And the video footage of that looks like a cartoon, bro.
Really?
Yeah. It looks like a cartoon. I sent it to you guys. You should check it out. Because I know I sent it to Angel too. I'm like, bro. And he's like, no, that's the one where he told me like, yeah, it's real because it looks fake. I was like, that's weird. Because Elon said the same thing in an interview when they asked him about it. And Elon even said he's walked on the moon. And it was like a 2018 interview he did. He was like, yeah, I've been up there. I don't know. I can't tell if he was being sarcastic or what, but you know how he talks. It's very strange.
Autistic.
Yeah, autistic, I guess.
He also doesn't believe in aliens because he hasn't seen any.
Right.
But
he also says he is one too.
that would make sense because
Just because you haven't seen any, you
I
can't
think
believe
that
in it.
I think that they come in from our oceans.
I'm a strong believer of that still.
Interdimensional.
You guys should start scuba diving.
I ain't trying to see no aliens.
All right. Let's finish on this topic here, guys, because I think I got a pretty interesting one. I wish I could show you guys this shit, man. Damn it, this sucks. But you'll get a kick out of listening to it at least.
You can send it to us. We'll play it at the same time with no sound on our phones.
See, on your mark, get
3,
set.
2, 1, go. Yeah.
So listen to this. This is your boy Hunter Biden. Get ready for this.
My boy.
I just got a call from Andrew Callahan. He asked me to come out on the Channel 5 Carnival Tour at the end of the month. I think we start in Phoenix, and then we go to San Diego, and we end in Albuquerque. And I think he's trying to organize a cage match, me versus Eric and Don Jr.
What?
I told him I'd do it, 100% in, if he can pull it off. And if he can't, I'm still coming. And I think he's got a lot of other surprises up his sleeve. A lot of fun. And I hope I can see you guys out there. You can get tickets online right now. And I'll see you out on tour.
He reminds me of his dad.
That sounds
Bro.
way too much like Joe Biden.
Bro.
But here's bro.
What? Come on!
He's
what
broke.
a mockery of our governmental system, of our country we are making of these people in these positions.
What's the matter with trying to set up a cage match with the son of the president, dude?
I think it's fucking corny. He's a fucking junkie crackhead, and Don Jr. and Eric are not fucking fighters whatsoever. Like, this is just the corniest. Like, we're making a mockery of government, bro. We're making a mockery of our leadership, and they're all in on it. They're all playing along. Like, they're making mockeries of themselves. And
100%.
I really used to enjoy Trump's candor, and now I see through it so much harder than I ever
Did
saw
you
through
see
it,
the
bro.
most recent one? Let me read this to you.
Which one?
I know why Tucker Carlson,
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Yeah, go
Candace
for it.
Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it's a wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon.
Because they all have one thing in common: low IQ. That's his go-to now. Low IQ.
They're stupid people. Stupid people. They know it. Their families know it. Everyone else knows it too. Look at their past record. Look at their record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They are nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity.
And he goes on for another 2 paragraphs.
Holy.
It's just, come on, man.
Candace Owens said it may be time to put Grandpa up in a home.
It's bad, bro. I don't know if this is facts or not. I didn't look into it, but I saw it and I saved it to bring on here because I saw somewhere they were saying that Trump is now trying to partner with Iran to open up the Strait of Hormuz and start charging people to go through together, bro.
He did say that.
I think that's
in a press
legit.
conference.
Yes.
Yeah, because
That's like the negotiation talks
I
he's
don't
in with
know
him now.
if I don't know if Iran. I haven't looked into it. I don't know if Iran had previously had a toll on any ships passing through the strait, but it sounds like they are going to do that now.
Right. Like $1 per gallon or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was like I can't remember if it was $100 a barrel or something like that. Anyways, but the oil companies are pissed, and so what did we get out of this? I don't know.
Some
Apparently,
some
we
some
took
dead
out
soldiers.
their military capabilities. Okay, so
Yet they're still killing our fighter pilots and shit. Okay.
but I'm not like I don't think that they were ever a threat to the United States. Like
Iran?
No,
Yeah, no.
I really don't. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen evidence of that being true.
I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that they were ever a threat to
The only thing that throws me for a loop is Iran, the people of Iran.
Yeah.
See, in their first hand, bro, they seem to believe this is the right move. The people of Iran are cheering and celebrating this and saying this is the move. Like, thank you, America. Thank you, Trump. Yeah. So that's weird.
I just don't know if that's real though. That's one of those
seems
things
real,
like,
bro. Every video
know,
footage and evidence I've seen of that.
Footage of them getting killed. They
Supposedly
40,000 people died, and I haven't seen one video of that.
They're not even faking it like with the Israel stuff where we were seeing paid actors that we knew were paid actors. Like, I don't know.
Like dead kids smiling and shit.
Israel is bombing the fuck out of Lebanon.
Yep.
Like, they're bombing the fuck out of that place.
That's when people think I'm Lebanese or I'm from there.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's what my grandpa's side of the family, but I don't think we're blood related. His family is all from Lebanon, and they were like, are you from the old country? I said, I don't know what that means.
Lebanon Dion.
Yeah. I said, I don't know what that means.
Damn, we just got a new nickname
I'm
for
from
Dion.
Fargo, dude.
Dion, Lebanon, Larry, bro. Let's go.
Yep.
I like it. I like it.
So ask me. I'm Lebanese. Maybe a little. Maybe a little.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. This is
it is a tough time. Dude.
We're going to call this episode What in the Out of This World.
What in the F?
It is actually crazy though. Like, what are we gonna believe? You really can't even pay attention to it because it's like, I don't feel like
I'm very hesitant even to call myself a conspiracy theorist anymore, because I just feel like everything's a hoax, everything's purposeful confusion, and there's no lines being drawn anywhere anymore that you can see. Everything's been blurred, bro, and it's just like, I don't know. I almost just want to go back to believing everything they told me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard.
Yeah, honestly, that's the thing.
I just want to go back to believing everything they told me.
Dude, it's hard to keep up with it all, because right now, you got the Iran war, you got fucking Artemis 2, so people are questioning whether or not that's real.
They're muddying the waters on purpose.
Talking about alien spacecrafts and alien hybrids, whether or not that's real. It's like, holy shit. The Epstein files. And
yeah, it was entertaining as fuck early on, and it was fun to ride and speculate with. But now it's just getting to the point where it's just like, dude, no matter what we're believing in, no matter what we think we were exposed to or shown for proof, nothing comes of it. Nobody's being reprimanded. No swamps are being drained. No, nobody's going to prison. Nobody's, saving the children. Nobody, like, all of it is just mass hysteria, confusion, lies, and division for us. And it's just too stressful at this point to deal with, bro. It was easier to just believe.
The fall needs to be studied, though.
Oh, God, big
100%.
time. Big time. They need to write books on this, bro.
Did you guys see Dan Bongino lately? That guy looks defeated.
And he can't even make his arguments anymore, bro.
He's still selling his merch.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
He went from, so when he came back, he had like the #1 podcast on Spotify, and then a week later it dropped to like
he's not the
80.
The guy anymore, right?
The assistant.
He got fired.
Yeah. He stepped down.
Quit.
He stepped down.
That's what I thought.
Quit. Yeah.
I just think the only reason that they could be doing this and like really not caring
Christy
anymore.
Noem and her husband with these big fake tits.
That was wild. I don't really understand why.
But also, didn't she had another guy in her administration that got busted for like CP and all this stuff. Like, yeah, it's just. Bro, what is going on? Like these were the people that were supposed to be fighting this stuff, and now it's coming out that they got people around them that are all involved in it too.
They're all freaks.
So they're all in on it, bro. They're all in on it. It's just one big uniparty, bro, and they're just dividing us. They're dividing us on purpose, bro, because that's how they're going to gain mass control.
That's the thing, though. They literally have lost so many supporters through doing what they've done over this last year. So, like, where are we really sitting? We have obviously a side that a lot of people still don't like, and a side that no one can believe what you're saying. So it's like, and then there's a couple crazy people that are like, "Oh, we're cool."
It leaves the normies that are left in the middle.
Well, that's not really division. It is division, but it's not really the division I think they were shooting for. Like, or they are, and they're just
I think
it
is. I think it is. We're focused on each other and not focused on them anymore.
Yeah.
In fact,
I'd say we're less focused on each
we're
other
exhausted, bro. We have
I'd say exhausted.
we
to be
have
fair.
political fatigue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fatigue. I
We
hate
have
that
political
shit.
fatigue, bro. I don't know what else to call it,
I
man.
hate that term so much. It's just
Why?
because it just doesn't.
I honestly, I think that this, I could see this coming midterms being like the lowest voter turnout
Yeah.
ever to happen.
And if that happens, it's what they want. Guarantee it's what they want because they're gonna change the system if that happens,
They'll
bro.
probably cheat.
No, they're gonna change it.
But I hope that Lindsey Graham gets voted out because that guy needs to go.
See, and then
Regardless.
Yep.
all that talk about like Donald Trump cheating the presidency for Joe Biden and stuff, dude. All that stuff just now it makes you think like,
Bro, they're still riding that
That's
wave,
a
acting
play.
like they're about to pull a hand on that, bro. Like as of lately, they're talking. There's all these people saying, "Yeah, we've got all this evidence now, and it's about to come down, and
Nah,
there's going to
dude.
be arrests." I'm like, "No, there's not. You won't even arrest freaking pedophiles, bro. You're not going to go after people who fucking roll up fake ballots. Get out of here."
It was
The only
literally a
people
play.
that get arrested in these things are the civilian people, bro.
Yeah.
The civilian people. They've arrested a couple people for fraud, which is proof that the fraud happened, but nobody in high government or in politics or anything have been arrested for any of the stuff, and you know that these are the people leading the path, bro. So nothing's going to come of it, and nothing will. It's crazy. I think it's just we got to get better at who we allow, but I just don't know if like voting even actually works, bro. So it's like,
not this way.
how do we do that, you know?
One more topic I want to bring up because
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw it. The warehouse fire that the guy started in
What
Canada.
an idiot.
You
That
guys
guy's going to prison for the rest of his life.
It must have happened last night or yesterday,
In Ontario.
overnight in Canada.
I don't know about this yet.
I sent it early this morning.
Oh, okay.
And so like, I sent like two different ones, but Dalton was also sending something at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And this guy literally like is recording himself like this, and he's like, you guys should have just paid us a livable wage. That's all you needed to do is pay us enough to live. That's it.
No.
And he has a lighter and he lights a piece of paper on fire that's stacked up. It's the warehouse. $1.2 million, I think they said it was in inventory. He burned the whole place down. The entire place down. Massive warehouse. Huge warehouse. They couldn't put the fire
Maybe that
out.
was his alternative to suicide, though.
I mean, it's a great choice rather
Could have been
than
like the guy in the Killdozer. Same situation.
Yeah,
resend
yeah.
it so you can see this.
Remember the Killdozer guy?
Yep. Yeah, who knows? The world's going crazy. The only protester I've seen in town lately is the dude that was on the bridge all morning today. I don't know if you guys seen him, saying both parties suck. And he has a sign up, and he stood there all morning for hours, bro, in the cold.
Bridge over the
on the
interstate,
bridge, just waving an American flag with a sign on each side that says both parties suck, and he's just waving at everyone for hours, dude. I'm like, okay, I stand with this dude.
Yeah.
Like
I'll get out here
I'm
on
on this
Friday,
dude's
don't
team, you know,
worry.
like I'm
Yeah.
with it, bro. All these other stupid people that are out there protesting
on
on
the
this
pod.
nonsense, bro.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Well, that's where I stand now. So we'll see.
You should take a look at that reel I sent.
Let me see.
Just so you can at least see it. It's just nuts, dude. Lit that whole place up. Like what? And so everyone was like, "Why didn't they have sprinklers? Why didn't they have a sprinkler system? Like that could have stopped this fire at least. It would have ruined all their inventory still, but
Yeah.
something could be salvageable. At least the building. I mean, sure they don't care probably because of insurance,
Insurance.
but and it didn't hurt anybody else. But where is everybody else? How is this guy got full access to the building?
You know, if you're not going to pay us enough to fucking live or afford to live, at least pay us enough not to do this shit.
Oh, it's toilet paper.
Yeah, it's just a paper products company. And there's somebody on the walkie saying it's on fire. So who's on the walkie? I mean, it is
Should have paid us
so why
enough
would
to
it-
fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap.
Sprinklers are going on.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to
Always
fucking
doing on
live.
fire.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
Comments was like, where are the sprinklers
You know,
at?
if you're not going to
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, people have lost their damn minds right now.
It's insane.
The whole world's on fire, bro. That's the best way to put it right now.
And there's a lot of people getting radicalized again.
Yeah.
So it's really worrisome
Yep.
for sure. Like
Yep.
there's people acting out and doing crazy stuff individually.
Oh, Trump just dropped a new post. There are reports that Iran is charging fees to tankers going through the Hormuz Strait. They better not be, and if they are, they better stop now.
How many times has he said "or else" though in the last 3 weeks? How many times has he been like "or else," and nothing's been done? I'm over it, bro. Like, who cares? Do what you guys are gonna do. There's nothing we can do to stop them, bro. And we just gotta try to find a way to navigate. That's the life that we live.
You don't get to say.
Yeah,
We can just interview our local officials.
that's what we should start doing.
Yep.
In fact, we probably will.
Stay tuned.
Let's protect local as best we can and interview the right people. If we're gonna do politics, let's do local politics, man, and do the best for our community that we
They
can.
affect us the most.
Straight up. Let's catch them at the gate. You know what I mean? All right. Appreciate you guys for checking us out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the channel. Tell your friends about us. Don't tell your friends about us. Talk good, talk bad. It doesn't really matter as long as you're talking about Cody. Peace.
Yeah.